And we're back. This time I'm going to show you a 3D lighting effect in Adobe Photoshop. So we've got a black background here, and I use the type tool to type in some random text like lighting, text graphics. I use Bebas Neue regular. You can do that with any font that you have. I press Ctrl A to select everything, then I align it, and I press Ctrl D to deselect it all. Let me rename that to text, and I call it backup, and I press Ctrl J to copy it. And I right click on the copy layer and convert that to a smart object. Now I can apply a filter on the blur, radial blur. I'm going to use the zoom blur over here, and I rearrange the source point or the flight point of the perspective. And the quality, obviously, the higher it is, the longer it takes to render it for Photoshop. It depends a little bit on your CPU. Alright, let me copy the text layer and I put it on top. So once again I use Ctrl J for that, and now I use the move tool to put it to the left. Let me make the text backup invisible. And this looks like a good result. Let us mix it up with some colors. So right click on the lighting layer, and then I'll give that a color overlay. Maybe a red color like this. Let me copy that, pressing Ctrl J. I use the two top layers. I simply hold Ctrl and I click on both, and then I press Ctrl E to merge them into a new layer. And then I press Ctrl T to transform it. I hold Ctrl and Shift to transform it in perspective. It depends on the Photoshop version that you have. So you might have to try different shortkeys, but for me it's holding Ctrl and then Shift. And then I can readjust these individual anchor points just like this. Let me readjust the text layer a little bit more. Now I'll give the lighting a layer mask, and I use the gradient tool over here. You may see the bucket tool, just double click on it. And I use this black and white gradient, so you can see on the stops it says 100% opacity to 0%. And I drag the gradient from right to left a little bit upwards. Let me hold Alt and click on the layer mask, and you can see what I just did. So it gives us a nice blending. We can increase the result with the text layer. Right click, convert to smart object. Now we'll give it a Gaussian blur under filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Not that much. Make sure preview is activated, and I guess 0.5 pixels should be enough here. We can also add a glow, an outer glow, so right click blending options, outer glow. I'll change the color to a red. That should be good here. But I'm going to turn down the opacity a lot. And I decrease the size and the spread. So it should be just a little detail and not the focal point of this effect. Alright, I can live with that. Press OK. And here you can see the effect applied. And this is how you can create these 3D text lighting effects in Adobe Photoshop. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.